You're watching Friday Night Football on Fox Wilmington, sponsored by Browning Tire and Auto and Pelican's Perch Bar and Grill.
We're ready for some October football, the month where conference championships are decided and the playoff picture comes into shape. Week 7 of Friday Night Football. We're so excited to bring it to you this morning. I'm Connor Smith. We've got a packed show of highlights and scores, so let's get right into it. We start off with our game of the week, Wilmington's biggest rivalry, Hoggard against New Hanover. Plenty of classic matchups over the years. Let's see what the 2025 edition has in store. A different vibe tonight, the Vikings and Wildcats not meeting the last week of the regular season like usual. Vikings, no problems at all. They're in the third quarter up 21. David Hunter busts through the line for a 35-yard touchdown. They're up 27-0, and their fans are loving it. Not just the Hoggard offense that was dominant last night. Look at the defense right here. Everett Hordeman gets in for a 3-yard loss. Hoggard keeping it going. Offense right back on the field. Matthew Boring the tap pass to Micah Hunter. He turns on the Jets, goes 42 yards. He's finally knocked out of bounds at the 20. Vikings in business again, and that's going to set up Matthew Boring. He actually has an exciting run right here, rolls to his right, takes it himself untouched into the end zone. 34-0 at that point, and that's how this one ends. The Vikings blank the Wildcats, just absolute dominance. Hoggard heading to Topsail next week. Let's hear from Boring post-game.
We treat every opponent like it's our hardest game, like it's a playoff game. So, throughout this week in practice, we were just dialed in, and then, since it's Hanover, of course, everyone was pretty fired up pre-game, ready to just get a win. So that's what happened.
All right, up the road in Bucktown, Laney hosting Topsail. The Bucks are reigning team of the week after taking down Ashley last week. Topsail looking for win number 1 on the season. First quarter, Ryan Gallagher with the screen pass over to Nico Warren. He makes a man miss with that beautiful move in space. The Bucks are on the move. A couple plays later, Gallagher looking the other way. A one-on-one ball for Kilby Thies Dixon. What a grab for 6. Laney strikes first in this one. And after the score, Kilby getting a look at it on the sideline. Laney trying to replicate that on their next drive, but Jeremiah Brown fumbles that one. Topsail's defense comes on top, and they make a play. The Pirates' offense now taking the field, trying to get on the scoreboard. How about Tyler Vickers going over the middle to Jackson Reeves? Look at that circus grab. He hauls in the ball as he hits the turf. But that drive would stall for Topsail, and Laney handles this one. The Bucks' 4th win in 5 weeks. They head to bye next Friday. Across the bridge in Leland, a Brunswick brawl, West versus North. North kind of looking for an upset last night. The Trojans have looked sharp early this year. First play of the game, not a great start for the home team. Jaquel Davis picking off Jonah Campbell deep in Scorpion territory. But North Brunswick's defense holds them to a field goal, so West up 3-zip. Here's Xavier Lendon getting the Scorps offense going. 50 yards down the sideline. He's knocked out at the 20. That's going to set up the X-Man again. He finds the gap, goes in nearly untouched for the 12-yard score. North Brunswick up 7-3. West answering right back. They've had a really impressive start to the year on offense. Josiah Borton pitching it to his guy, Kavion Griffin. Look at how fast he is, 55 yards. That TD puts the Trojans back up 10-7. But here comes North. Kane Jarrett bouncing off tacklers. He is not going to be denied a 4-yard touchdown. North up 14-10 at that point, and they win it 42-24 the final. A big win for the Scorpions. They'll head to Ashley in week 8. Down to South Brunswick now. The Cougars hosting Red Springs, looking for a big conference win at home. Both of these defense came to play, at least early in this one. First quarter right here. South's Gregor Brock comes in off the edge for the blitz and gets the nice sack. Just terrific pursuit from the right side. Early second quarter now. Red Springs is up 7-0. Edward Young takes the kickoff on the bounce, cuts to his right, and he is gone. Look at the coach waving him into the end zone. 90 yards for the touchdown. Cougars cut into the deficit, down now just 1. Later in the second quarter, Jaden Daniels bumps one off to Grady Sotriffer. He takes care of the rest. 60 yards into the end zone for the touchdown. Cougars go up 21-14. Less than a minute to go in the first half. It's 4th and 6 from the 27. Daniels heaving one up, tipped by the DB, and then hauled in by Young for his second TD of the quarter. The Cougars up 28-14 at half, and they escape 40-36 the win. Been a real tough week for this community down at South Brunswick, so we're happy to see them get the dub. More Southeastern Conference action from last night. The Wugville Wolfpack coming off a bye week, taking on West Bladen. And they're up big to start the second half. This one going all their way. Josh Lacewell going to tip the pass right here, and then it's Colin Hooks diving on it for the really impressive pick in the end zone. What a grab right there. Whitefield's in business now. They pitch it over to Emmanuel Kemp. He makes a move and gonna body his way down to the 10-yard line. Coming down the left side, West Bladen's defense just having a hard time getting him on the ground. Kemp gets back up and gives our guy a little shout out. Love that right there. 2 plays later, Savion Simpson getting the carry now, breaking through the crowd and into the end zone. Wolfpack win it 34-7 over the Knights. West Bladen hosts winless Fairmont in 7 days. Let's hear from Whitefield head coach J.P. Price on their bounce-back win.
Adversity in football, it doesn't build character, it reveals character. So we're looking for people to step up now. Nobody's going to feel sorry for you. So we came together. We had people step up in spots they didn't have to. But a big bounce-back win of such a long week off of a bye week after where we lost against Clinton.
And the Pender Patriots 5-0 to start the season, their best start in 15 years. Pats going for 6-0 against Clinton. First quarter, dark horses in the red zone. Gavin Miller going to get them closer to the end zone. A good carry up the middle. And they're going right back to him. He strikes for the easy touchdown. Clinton up early in this one. Well, let's see if Pender can answer now. That's rhetorical because they have one of the best offenses in North Carolina. Austin Deal finds Messiah Darden wide open downfield. A foot race to the end zone that he easily wins. We're all tied up. Both of these squads moving the ball the whole game. This was an absolute shootout. Miles McCallum rolling to his right and finds his own wide open receiver. Zaire Strickland, a total bust in coverage. He reels it in for the easy touchdown. The Pats, though, get a fumble recovery late in the fourth quarter, and they win 50-45. Pender improving to 6-0. Patriots play at Southwest Onslow next week. All right, right down the road in Rocky Point, Trask looking for win number 3 at home, and they're trying to protect a 1-score lead in the second half. Good stuff right here from the linebacker Jordan Davis, making sure those yards don't come easy. Titans on offense now, a 4th down play deep in their own territory. Jason Henry cuts up the middle and converts the first down. Titans continuing to pound the rock. Tyreek Moore running for positive yards. Trask on the move. Again facing 4th down. Tyreek Moore gets the handoff and another gutsy call and another gutsy run. Titans first down. They can smell the end zone. They're going to push the pile right here in for 6. They convert 3 4th downs just on this drive and cushion their lead. A nice win at home for the Titans last night, 30-6. They'll travel to East Duplin in Week 8. And Friday night football is just heating up. We've got a rivalry game in Columbus County and 2 top dogs in 3A going head-to-head. More highlights for you straight ahead.
You're watching Friday Night Football on WECT.
All right, welcome back to Friday Night Football. Let's get you to Columbus County. East and West squaring off. Vikings fans still looking for their first win of the year. First drive for the Vikes, Jahan Lasan Powell takes the handoff, starts one direction, then reverses and finds the open field. A beautiful cut. He's down to the 10. A few false starts for West Columbus, over 10 in the first half alone, so they're backed up to the 40. DJ Graham not letting that stop him. He finds Charlie McLeod on the crosser. He gets a block and takes it in for 6. Early second quarter, Vikings in punt formation on 4th down. The snap is muffed. Ethan Matheson picks it up and finds Damond Williams. The sick diving grab for the first down, and the Vikings dive their way into their first win of the year, 30-18. They head to North Duplin next week. East Columbus hosts East Bladen. Some action from the Swine Valley Conference. Wallace Rose Hill hoping to get to 500 on the road against Princeton. Visiting Bulldogs wasting no time getting going in this one. They've got the ball here in the first quarter. Adrian Glover gets the call, accelerates to the outside and goes 80 yards untouched for the first score of the game. Wallace Rose Hill taking the early 7-0 lead. We'll skip ahead to later in the first quarter now. Wallace Rose Hill really has a strong ground attack again this season. It's Jamari Lamb getting the call this time. He takes the direct snap, follows his blockers perfectly, and weaves his way for the 35-yard touchdown. Bulldogs up 14-0. And was more of the same in the second quarter. They're deep in their own territory, but it's Lamb again, rolling to his right, can't find anyone downfield. How about I just keep this one myself? 90 yards this time for the touchdown scamper, and the Bulldogs take this one 49-16 against Princeton. They'll head to Midway next Friday. A big matchup in Warsaw last night. James Keenan hosting Midway, two teams with a combined 9-2 record in 2025. First drive of this one, Eli Avant going to hand it off to C.J. Hill on the end around. The senior receiver cuts upfield, slips a few tackles, and runs it in for the first score of the game. Tigers' next drive, Avant with a ball fake, throws a beautiful rainbow to a wide open Jeremiah Hall for the 27-yard touchdown. Tigers up 14-zip. That Hill-Hall duo making plays all night. Raiders trying to find some of their own momentum on offense. Tanner Williams, 3rd and 11 here. He finds Samuel Dudley. He splits the defender and takes it 63 yards. Raiders get within one score, but it was just the Tigers' night. They take this one 42-22, your final score. Keenan going to head to Goldsboro in Week 8. All right, getting you caught up on some other final scores from Week 7. South Columbus on the road at Fairmont. Whole lot of points there. South Columbus comes out with the 55-36 dub. East Bladen playing at North Duplin last night in a close one. Eagles fall by just 1. They'll finish up their game against Hobden on Monday as well, so a real busy stretch for East Bladen. East Duplin hosting Southwest Onslow in an easy win for the Panthers, 53-12. And how about Dixon at home against Swansboro? Another win for the Bulldogs, 46-30. They improved to 5-1. And that's all the time we have for you this morning. Thanks so much for joining us this week. Only 4 more weeks of the regular season to go. The playoffs getting closer and closer. Can't wait to see you next Saturday morning. Have a great weekend.